Hey everyone, I'm Home Reckor here for another episode of Home Reckor. Sorry, it's been a while since I made a video. Today I'm going to be installing some flooring in this here closet. Let me show you around. It's not that big, but it's a closet. They're not supposed to be big. If it was big, then you wouldn't call it a closet, you call it a room. Alright, so just to get you familiar with some stuff, this is pretty basic. You probably already know this, but just in case, this is a tutorial. So down here, we have what we call the ground. Moving on up from that, we got this here and this here. Anything going perpendicular to the ground, those are going to usually be your walls. So we got ground, we got walls, and then up here you see actually the ground to the floor above, but right below the ground there, we have this space. That's called the ceiling. That's because it seals off the other ground from us. So today we're going to be down here. Flooring usually goes on the ground. So that's where we're going to be working. Now as you can see, I've already done a lot of the flooring already. You're kind of showing up late to the party, but that's okay. I just got a little bit left here, so I wanted to show you kind of the basics of putting in some flooring. There are some complicated things that we're not going to get into today. It's just one step at a time, you know. As long as you can figure out the easy stuff, then you can move on to the next step. Now where did I put that flooring? Okay, so here's what we're working with. These are just scraps that I kept just in case. I like to keep the scraps so if I need them while I'm working, it's like, oh, I need a small piece. I saved a small piece. It's kind of like past Wade's helping out future Wade because, you know, past Wade's like, you know what, I'm not going to throw this out just yet. And then future Wade's like, wow, that's good, past Wade, because I needed this. So we're a good team. We work together well. Ugh. So this is one piece of flooring that we're going to be installing today. I think I threw out all the boxes, so I don't know the exact name of this, but I'll put it up on the screen. You can get flooring like this at like Home Depot, Lowe's, any type of home improvement store really. They just snap together. You see that there? Let me show you the snap action. You see that? They got the grooves in there. When you get this piece on the floor, you're going to get that piece right in there. You're going to push it down. Boom. Now in addition to the flooring, you're also going to need some plastic here. A little vapor barrier. On top of the plastic goes this stuff. It's like a foam roll thing. Again, I don't know the exact name, but I'll put that up on the screen for you. A little tip, because I almost just fell. If you've got your boards on the floor like this, they are going to blend in. You might walk on top of them and not realize, and you just go sliding. So what I'm going to say to do is always make sure you have the top one like that. That way it's like, oh, okay, that ain't like the rest of them. That's not flooring. That's raised. Well, it is flooring. It's just not installed yet. And you're also going to want to get yourself rolled tape here. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. What I'm looking for is not even in there. You know what that'll do? Ah, there it is. That's Gorilla Tape. I don't know if that means that it's made by gorillas or made out of gorillas, but I haven't seen no gorillas like manufacturing stuff, so I'm guessing it's probably made out of gorillas. Okay, so it's time to get started. First of all, we're gonna vacuum this floor. Because you want a nice clean floor for when you're doing your work here. You don't want like, I don't know, marbles or pogs or any type of small military figurines underneath the flooring, because then that's going to leave a bump. You'll be walking, you're like, oh, is this a hill here? And you're like, wait, no, that's one of my military figurines. Green Armor Man, I think is what they call them. Okay, now that that's vacuumed, what we're going to do is we're going to measure out the plastic. I like to let a little bit of it right up the wall there. You know, make it feel like it's escaping, getting off the floor. It's like, oh look, I'm part of the wall now. And that's okay to have that excess going up the wall because you're going to have some trim on there anyway. That's going to cover it right up. Make sure you use your tape, seal everything up nice. This is a basement, by the way. That's why I'm putting down the vapor barrier. So if there is any kind of water that comes up here, that's gonna say like, hey water, what are you doing? Don't you dare touch my floor. Or you know, something to that effect. Next up, we're going to do the same thing, just with the foam roll. Cut that to size. Tape it all together. Make sure it's flat. You want to make sure that that's all smoothed out, because that can't bunch up and you don't want that under your floors. And now it's time to lay some pieces down. Okay, so normally when you install flooring like this, you want to look for that part right there. Easy way to find it, flip it up. This is all flat and smooth. That's the side you want. See how that's got the groove in it? You want to take this flat side here and make that your starting point. So you take this and you put it in the corner of the room here. You cut out this wedge, slide that right up against there, and then you continue on off of this. And then you go to the next row, do the same thing, go that way. However, this is a closet. So I already started this floor all the way over here, in that corner back there. And then I worked my way all the way over there. So when I got to this closet here, I was going in for this row, and then I'm kind of starting anew here. So I'm actually going to have to work backwards here. But let me just show you what you would do typically. We'll pretend I got the wedge cut out of here, and that's pushed straight up against the wall. So when you got this first board in, you just continue putting full boards down until you reach the wall. And they snap together real easy like. So you see how you got that corner there? Next piece, the other side of the board, it don't have that lip. Lip, that's what it's called, not corner. I don't know what I'm saying. So on the other side of this, you're gonna see, okay, it's not smooth there. There's an opening. That's to grab onto this like they're friends. They're gonna be like holding hands together. It's gonna be real cute. Now when you got this one in position, you just take your next board, kind of come in at an angle, line it up, and then just wiggle it on down. And there you go. Set snugly. When it comes time to put the next row in here, look at the board. You see that? It's got the little grippy thing. Here's coming out. Now it's gonna be like this, you know? Just holding hands, that's all this is. It's just a lot of boards, getting to know each other, holding each other's hands, and boom. It's real easy, and then you just continue on. And this, by the way, is a sample. You wouldn't start just midway on the floor. You'd start right over here where the other one started. Okay, so you might be noticing a change here. This floor, that ain't the same as it was a second ago. That's because I forgot to film something. So I'm actually filming this the next day, and we're just gonna drop it in through the magic of editing. So what I forgot to do was show you how to get this final piece in here. That's really like the last technique you gotta know. And it's important because you gotta meet the groove here as well as the groove there. That's two grooves. That's super groovy. What I like to do is I like to go for this one first, right there. Okay? All right? Boom. That's easy. Don't go all the way down yet, because you're gonna slide it down till you meet the other one there. Okay? And then you're ready. You're ready to just go down. All right? And just kind of press it in, and you're gonna feel it. I feel it. You can't feel it because it's video, but if you were here, I'd say, hey, put your hand there. You feel it too. Like a baby kicking. It's really that beautiful. So there you have it. Those are your basic techniques for clipping these into each other. Now back to the normal footage. Now there's a tool here. I don't know what that's called, but if I can figure it out, I'll put it on the screen. Basically, you can use this to kind of, you know, make sure it's tapped into place good. Also, if you need to slide one down, you hook it on there, send it on that way. But for the most part, it all snaps together pretty easy. Now in this particular case, the wall is actually very close to us. So obviously we ain't getting a full board in there. And even this partial board, look at that. It's hitting the wall before we even get into the end of this one. So what do we gotta do? We gotta cut this one. How do we do it? Well, we pick the board up and we turn it around, all right? So now it's facing the opposite direction. That's because you wanna keep this part here. This part, that's the lip. That's what you need to complete the holding hands part. So you don't wanna get rid of this. You wanna cut off this end. So go ahead and push that up against the wall. And then look at this. See that there? you want to draw a mark right there. Not at the end of this board, but at the end of the piece that's actually going to be showing. Because this part, this is going to be under the floor. That's going to be hiding under this guy. So you draw a line where this part meets. Right there. Alright? Then you can take this doohickey. This is nice because you can put this edge right on the ledge here. Line the ruler up with your mark. And then just do a line all the way across. Take that to your saw. Cut it. Put it in place. Push it down. Now I didn't actually cut this one because again, I'm not doing it the normal way. I got to work backwards here, which is a little bit trickier because instead of the nice kind of flip down, I have to bring this over and kind of flip it under. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out the whole row and I'm going to flip it all under at the same time. Then I'll go to the next row, I'll build that out, I'll flip it all under at the same time. And then back here, that's going to be real simple. I just got to cut pieces all the same size pretty much. Then I can push it on back, work my way forward. Okay, let's get going. Now what I like to do is I kind of like to work in batches. As you can see, I'm kind of putting pencil marks where I need to make my cuts. You don't want to do too much at the same time just in case you make a mistake, but it does help you save some time if you got a bunch to cut at once. Now when you run up against the wall, you can see that board's not gonna fit there, okay? It's too big. So it can't be this wide. What I want you to do is I want you to say, hey board, I want you to go out for a jog and you come back when you can fit in there. I'm just kidding, that's not gonna work. Boards don't jog. But what you can do is you just cut down this portion here. That way it fits snugly. And there you have it. Floor's all done. Just got to paint these walls here and of course put up some trim, but I have a video on how to do trim, so you don't need me to do that again. I'll just put a link to it in this video's description. So you can go ahead and click on that, learn a little bit more if you want. All right, well, I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but I think that's a nice looking floor. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, click the bell. That way you're notified when new videos are posted. If you liked the video, you can click the thumbs up button, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Sorry, it was dark when I said that. Thanks, everyone.